something about creating a world that doesn't exist.
The production design of a movie is basically the backdrop for the movie.
There's literally hundreds of people that all have to come together for one moment of time in front of the camera to make magic. There's the production designer, and he designs what all the sets are going to look like. With any good fairy tale, there is a dark side as well as the light side. There's a sense of Cruella's house as being the Wicked Witch's castle.
It's a huge mansion designed with Cruella in mind.
I've tried to design the set as open as possible. So it's full of columns and levels, room for shadows and mystery.
There are raging fires. There are no windows, so it feels like you're underground.
We have a 3-story bakery.
We had actually dreamed something up from a piece of paper, and I said, we should take this idea and make it how the dogs do Cruella in. Sugar,
Milk,
cold water,
huge amounts of eggs.
She goes through a whole series of sort of terrifying things that happen to her, and she comes out like a cake.
There's a set decorator who puts all the objects in the sets. There are painters, people who make things out of plaster. When you have those big dog heads that spit fire, someone had to sculpt that out of clay. And then someone from special effects has to come in and put the tubes in them to make sure that the fire comes out at the right angle.
The sets and the costumes are as much an integral part of the movie as the actors and the dogs.
To the dogs!
The red costume I wear at Cruella's dinner for the dogs is one of the great costumes I'll ever wear.
For any designer would kill to do it, because it's a marvelous chance for fantasy and just to go so far over the top.
She has one outfit that's made out of black and white bubble wrap.
There's one costume that has big spots on it, and inside is zebra print.
The dragon suit is an amazing piece of costuming. It has a long dragon tail.
Outrageously chic.
It adds to the magic of that character.
I think these are perhaps the most uncomfortable costumes to wear that any actor's ever had to wear in the history of the cinema.
Hair must be a statement, a reflection of our inner life.
We had about 4 or 5 different wigs.
The beginning, because she's trying to contain Cruella de Vil, that evil thing inside of her, we thought of her hair as like a helmet. As Ella, she has a lot of pastel colors in her face. As she became Cruella,
I end up with hair that's totally exploded and makeup that's become much more intense.
her skin tone actually gets redder. The idea was that she was filled with fire.
Longer lashes, darker lips, back to the original Cruella look.
We need 102. This time, I want a hooded spotted puppy coat.
When she's pretending to be Ella, she looks like a demented Mickey Mouse, which was part of that sort of trying to contain Cruella de Vil.
Sweet puppy.
Oddball is a white Dalmatian.
Who grows up without spots.
We tried to put makeup on the dog.
We tried painting the dogs.
We tried to get a different breed.
We made little suits for the dogs.
Which looked silly.
And none of that worked.
They couldn't find one, so we had to create one.
The only way to do it was to remove the spots.
But Spotted London is really a major fun experience.
Taking a cast of 60 extras and fully clothe them in spotted costumes and make them up to have spots. We had to spot 2 buses, 5 taxis, 7 vehicles, 2 vans, I think 28 umbrellas. Oh, and I forgot, we had to spot Cruella's car. So every item except for the bridge itself in Big Ben is spotted.
There's a shot of Cruella de Vil when you're looking down on her and you're pulling back.
And she's, says, I'm back, I'm back.
And you notice that below her, wait a minute, the bridge the color it was before.
Then that whole place in London, we shot it.
And someone went in on the computer and painted spots on all the buildings.
What could be missing from my life? Cruella de Vil, who has it all. The softest, the rarest, the whitest, the blackest, the stripiest, the spottiest.
A real common question has been, do you see spots now that you've finished Dalmatians? No, I don't. They don't haunt me at all. Spots do not follow me around through my day.